Hey guys, it's Scott here with another fragrance video. Welcome, I'm glad you guys found me and thanks for joining me. Today I wanted to do just a little bit different of a video. So today what I wanted to talk about, I didn't really want to do a fragrance review per se, just take a little bit of your time real quick to explain to you how I buy my fragrances. So if you're brand new and you're a new collector, this can be very overwhelming. It's very expensive, it's time consuming, and it does cost a lot of money. When I first got started, I know it was very daunting. I know I was like, whenever I start anything, I'm head over heels into it. I just dive right in. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, how am I gonna be able to afford this? These things are so expensive. And all I knew at the time is you just go to the retail stores, you buy from there. And I was like, I'm never gonna be, maybe if I'm lucky, I'll be able to buy one fragrance a month. And it's funny now, my wife's probably laughing at me when I'm saying this because that has not been the case. But I've since learned how to better buy fragrances. And I've done a couple videos on where to buy and how to buy, and hope you'll check one of those videos out. I've done videos on my fragrance journey. I've done videos on just my life journey. But today's video is just about how I afford my fragrances. And if you care to find out, I hope you'll stick with me. I believe it's a tip that's going to add value to your life and really help you. It may not apply to everybody. I realize there's some people that follow me, they're from all around the world. I've got people from India, I've got people from Australia, I've got people from England. And so some of this may not apply to you, but if you live in North America, this may apply to you more. And I would like to know down in the comments if can help you out where you're from as well. I'd like to know, because it'd just be fun and interesting to know. So, how I buy my fragrances, and no, I don't sell, and I do not decant. That is not how I get my money. Let me just dive right into it. Something I discovered a while ago, I kind of just picked at it, but my wife really kind of helped me get back involved. And I don't know what you guys know, but there's a process called donating plasma. Plasma is protein that's found in your blood. What they do is they pull that plasma out of your blood, put the blood back into your arm, and then they take that plasma and use it for treatments. The most famous person I know that I've ever heard of getting plasma treatments was Kobe Bryant. I know Kobe Bryant had a lot of issues with his legs, and he would go to the doctor and he would get plasma injections. I don't think it's very cheap because they do pay pretty well for plasma. So it's a little different than giving blood, but if you've given blood before, then you can do this. So basically all they do is they put the needle in your arm. In fact, I've got the hole right there, and you can use either arm. If you have a good vein and you're in good health, they're very careful when they screen you, especially during this pandemic. They take your temperature to make sure you don't have a temperature. They take your blood pressure. They check, everything in your blood. They make sure that you have a good iron count, a good protein count, so they don't just willy-nilly do this, and at least the place I go to. Now, the two places I'm familiar with are CSL Plasma, and the one I go to is called BioLife. Now, there may be 100 other companies other than those two, but those are the ones I'm the most familiar with, but I use BioLife. And they're very careful, very thorough. You have to wear a mask when you go in there. They're wearing masks, gowns, everybody has gloves. They throw away everything, they don't reuse anything. And basically you just go sit there on a table, and for about an hour to 2 hours of your day, you can make up to 50 to 60 bucks each time you donate. And sometimes lower, sometimes more, depends on which promotions they're making. And so basically I just sit there and they put the needle in, they take the protein out of my blood, they return the blood, and then of course your blood makes more protein, and as you eat more protein and so on and so forth, it'll return back to your system. Now, it does take me the rest of that day to recover. Once I get out, I have to go home because I get a little lightheaded. I'm not myself, but it doesn't take very long to get over that at all. And the next day when I go to work, or whatever the case may be, I'm good to go. So it's a really cool process. They're very thorough. They give you a physical, and once they do all that, you can go in and donate twice a week, and I usually end up making about $100 a week. And it's for a good cause, and because I really love this hobby. I've got a lot of goals with it. There's things that I would like to do, and maybe I'll share that in another video if you guys are interested. Let me know down in the comments, and if you are, I'll kind of share with you what some of my goals are and some of my aspirations with this hobby. But I'm really having a good time, and that's most important, is just having fun, meeting some of you guys. I've got quite a few of you that challenge me in the comments. I got a lot of you that are just so supportive and so kind, and I come one, come all. I don't care if you're negative, I don't care if you're positive. I'm enjoying it and having so much fun, and I really love the fragrances, and I love learning, and it's been one of the funnest things that's happened to me over the last year. It hasn't been quite a year, my fragrance journey, but it's been definitely fun. So like I said, plasma is a highly effective treatment, and I do happen to know that during this pandemic, they're using plasma and some experimental medicines, or they're using it to help treat patients with COVID. So you're doing a good deed, and not only are you doing a good deed, you're getting paid for it, and then they load that money right up on a prepaid Visa card or a MasterCard, and you take that card, and then I just go every week and buy. That's how I buy my fragrances. If I want an expensive one, I can just load up the card and save up, or if I just want to go through what's called the gray market, and for those of you who are new, the gray market is just being able to buy inexpensive fragrances on the internet and not pay the high prices that you would in retail. Now I have, like I said, I've done a video on that, one of the benefits of buying from a retail store and what the benefits are of buying from the gray market on the internet. But you know, I can buy 2 or 3 fragrances per week, or with 2 donations. So I'm really enjoying it. It's a great way for me to be able to buy my fragrances, and like I said, I'm not taking it out of my bill money, and I don't feel guilty for doing it, and also I'm helping to save lives. So if that's something that would interest you, and you live in the States or you live in North America where donating plasma is possible, and I realize some of you have a fear of needles, and you know, just some of you are very cautious, and that may not be for you, but it's definitely worth looking into on the internet. It's definitely worth doing your homework and your research. And if any of you are interested and you have a BioLife near you, go ahead and look them up, and if you're interested in donating plasma, do it and mention my name. I'm Scott Macedo, that is my real name. And if you mention my name, that'll get you a little bit more money, and it'll also help me out as well. So just to give you a little insight about how I buy fragrances, and maybe some of you don't give a rat's butt how I do buy them, but for those of you who are new, I wanted to let you know that that's a great tip and a good way to not only do a good cause, but to buy fragrances. And that's how I'm able to buy such amazing fragrances such as Versace Pour Homme, which, by the way, is an absolute amazing fragrance for the summertime. But guys, thank you so much. I appreciate you sticking with me this far. If you found any value whatsoever from this video, don't forget to like my videos. It helps the channel to grow. Please, if you're just stopping by, go ahead and subscribe. If you like my videos or like what you saw, go ahead and share it with somebody. And I love hearing from you guys down in the comments. Give me your ideas. Do any of you guys do anything unusual or different to afford your fragrances? Are you decanters? Do you have garage sales? Or, you know, maybe some of you guys are just lifestyles of the rich and the famous, and you don't need to do anything like that, which is great. More power to you. I'm not a hater at all. So please let me know down in the comments. And guys, I really enjoy spending time with you. Thank you so much. And as always, remember to be yourself, as long as yourself smells good. Ciao.